Now let's continue with one-step equations. In this case, the numbers are multiplying the x's. So I'm going to work through these examples. Hopefully they will make great sense to you. And then, of course, I will suggest that you continue practicing. So first example, 3x is equal to 9. So we have essentially a 3 times the x. They're multiplying. So how can I take this 3 away? Because I want to have x is equal to something. So I want the x on its own, completely, without the 3. So, because we're multiplying them, I can actually just divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now we have 1 times x, which is just x. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So x is equal to 3. That's it. And we can give this a try too, to check and see if we haven't made any mistakes. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 is equal to 9. So that's great. That works out. Okay, now here we have negative 2x is equal to 8. So again, we want to get rid of this, so we have x is equal to something. So what can I do? Well, I can divide both sides by negative 2. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is just 1. So I essentially now have 1 times x, which is just x, is equal to 8 divided by negative 2. And 8 divided by negative 2 is negative 4. So that is the answer, negative 4. And of course, if we wanted to plug it back in, negative 2 times negative 4, negative, negative, that makes a positive. 2 times 4 is 8. So we are correct. Okay, now another example. 1/4 times x is equal to 2. Again, of course, we want to isolate x. X is equal to the question mark. Now, how do we get rid of this 1/4? Instead of dividing both sides by a quarter, what I can do is that I can multiply both sides by 4 instead. And why is that? Well, 4 times a quarter is just 4 over 4. Because essentially we just multiply top, top, bottom, bottom. And 4 is just 4 over 1, right? There's a hidden 1 down below here. If we want to make the 4 a fraction. So 4 divided by 4 is just 1. So we have 1x is equal to 2 times 4, 8. So x is equal to 8. Okay, so now similar question. Now instead of the 1/4 x, we have x divided by 5. X over 5. Which is, by the way, equivalent. This is equivalent to 1/5 x is equal to negative 3, by the way. So x over 5 is the same thing as 1 over 5 times x. So, how can I isolate x in this case? What I will do is that I will multiply both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so these 5's cancel out. We have 1 times x, which is just x, is equal to negative 3 times 5, negative 15. And that's it. If we wanted to check it out, negative 15, or I mean check it, or just check the answer. Negative 15 divided by 5 is indeed negative 3. Negative 3 is equal to negative 3, so that is correct. Negative 15 is the answer. That's it. Now, as I mentioned before, I suggest you practice many of these. Good luck.